Okay, this one is called "A Stranger on My Porch at Night Claims to Be a Harmless Little Old Woman." Old woman.
Old woman.
I said it like that.
Like
I thought it was old lady. Ew, stop. And she's like crawling under the house. You're done.
I hate it.
Okay. My roommate and I, both in our 20s, female, used to rent a second-floor apartment in a historic home with a big wraparound porch. We were the only tenants, and our landlords ran a business out on the first floor, but did not live there.
Fun.
We could access the stairs to our floor by crossing through the porch or walking around the side of the house. The area we lived in was a little sketchy and pitch black at night aside from our porch light, so my roommate would often call me when she was walking home at night to help her feel a little less nervous. When she got close enough to the house, I'd watch her until she got to the porch, at which point I could no longer see her because of the angle of the window. So basically she was like right out the door.
Yeah.
She called me as usual one night around 9:45 p.m. and I peeked out the window to see her about 200 yards away from the house. She had me on speaker and commented that the porch light was off, which was unusual. I hadn't noticed because, like I mentioned, I can't see the porch from my window. We figured the bulb had burnt out or that the owners had forgotten to turn it on before they left for the evening.
Right.
Right? As she approached the porch and began to walk up the steps, I heard a deep man's voice speak something unintelligible in the background.
No.
I saw her step quickly backwards off the porch in surprise. The person spoke again, and I could hear it more clearly this time. Again, what sounded to me like a man's very deep voice. They said, and I quote, "Don't mind me, I'm just a harmless little old woman. I'm not here to hurt you." Who the fuck says that?
Okay.
It creeps me the hell out just hearing it over the phone, and I watched my roommate turn around and book it around the side of the house to our stairs. When she got upstairs, she was in tears. She said if the person hadn't spoken, she would have walked right into the porch without realizing they were there because it was so dark without the porch light. She said that once they did speak, she could still only make out a large, dark figure sitting out on one of the chairs. It was too dark to identify anything other than the fact that there was a person there. She agreed that the voice was definitely male, which made the little old woman statement so much creepier.
That's so weird.
Right? The idea of a man lurking in the dark on the porch pretending to be an old woman scared us so badly that we ended up calling the non-emergency line and having an officer come check around the house. Of course, by the time he got there, the person was gone.
Yeah.
Honestly, the most likely scenario was that it was just a person experiencing homelessness and potentially a mental illness of some kind. But the thought of a person taking advantage of the porch light being out and lying in wait for one of us to cross the porch was enough to have us avoiding being out after dark until we moved out.
Dude, for real, I'd be so scared to go
Like,
out after that.
What literally is wrong with people?
I want to know where he came from.
I know.
And how long was he sitting there?
Right? Because the girl who was already home didn't even notice that anyone was there.
Yeah. And obviously, like, she probably had, like, the TV on or some other
Yeah.
kind of noise where you, like, wouldn't hear someone walking up. You know what I mean? But still, that's so scary.
Freaking creepy. I
No.
know. I'm like, people, you guys get a life.
Right? And
First
leave
of all.
people alone.
Second of all.
First of all. Second of all.
I can't deal with it no more.
Mm-mm.